What's going on, guys? I would like to show you the Android setup for NixOS. When I was looking for the configuration, how to set the Android Studio, I couldn't find a useful video. So I'm recording this, maybe it could be helpful for you. So we can start. Let me check something. Yeah, let's open Visual Studio Code and open your configuration.nix file for your NixOS, okay? And find a proper place for the configuration. Let's say here. No, okay. Let me copy, then explain. Okay. The first thing, the license for Android Studio, okay? Write this on your configuration.nix. After that, this is the package, but okay, after then this, okay? Now, yeah, we can comment this for now. I will explain later why I added JDK 17. So after then we are installing the system package, Android Studio system package, okay? Also there is also another option, Android Studio Full. You can use this, but this was quite large and this includes much more features, but this one was enough for me, and this is lighter in megabyte in size, okay? So I used this one. After then, let's see what we have. ADB. We need to enable ADB to connect virtual devices or physical device, okay? Let's copy this as well. Okay, let me check. Also KVM, and yeah, you can do this. ADB user KVM, okay. This will be your username, okay? Don't forget your username. Also, I think I have that here. In your configuration.nix, okay, you have extra groups here already, and this will be your username. You can add that to extra things inside this array, okay? So you can add these in the array below. Okay, what else? Okay, so this configuration here, this is enough to run the Android Studio Code and Android projects, but we have extra configuration if you would like to use Android Studio through VS Code, like virtual devices. Maybe you have Flutter or Expo or React Native projects, so you are using Visual Studio Code, and you need to use, if you need to use virtual devices through Visual Studio Code, we need a little more configuration, okay? So you can try, you can compile, and you can compile the configuration of NixOS files, and you will see it's going to install Android Studio, and virtual devices will be working on Android Studio. But if you would like to use them, the devices, phones, on VS Code, we need extra more configuration. Let me show you. Okay. The first thing, the environment variables, okay? The VS Code must know, the system must know the SDK, home directory, also this one, Android SDK root, also Java home. We need this. I will copy, but let me tell you something after copying. Okay, this Android SDK, this path will be different for you. The first time you launch the Android Studio, it's going to ask you to install Android SDK. So you are choosing, when you are installing the SDK on the first launch of Android Studio, you are choosing the directory. This is the place where I put the SDK, so I'm going with this directory. Okay, so this will be different for you, so be careful when you are choosing the path for Android Studio when you are first launching the Android Studio. So you will take that path and you are going to use here. Also JDK 17, you need this package, and since you are installing it through Nixpkgs, it is easier to export this variable. Okay, packages, this will be same, but these are not probably. So we are installing JDK 17 through system packages, Nixpkgs, so this variable export will be same. Okay, after that let me check. Also this one I will explain why we need this as well. Okay, this is the last thing you need to do. You can clean these commands. Okay, so NixLD package. So this is the last thing, and the final configuration here. Here to here. This final configuration. Okay, and let me explain this NixLD package, why we are using this. It's because of the Android SDK. We are exporting these variables without installing as Nixpkgs. Okay, so we are installing SDK through Android Studio, but NixOS doesn't accept that. It wants the packages to be installed using Nixpkgs from Nixpkgs. Okay, so we are installing SDK through Android Studio, and NixOS is making trouble. Okay, it doesn't like it. To solve this problem, you can use the NixLD package. You need to enable it, and you need to, this worked for me, you need to install these libraries for NixLD, and this is going to help you to make NixOS accept this SDK exports. After then you are good to go. Okay, so I didn't uninstall the Android Studio code, and I want to compile and run, but this is working, and I will show you. Let me show you. It is working. Also, it is working through VS Code. Also, I should tell you, I was using Android Studio on Windows. This first launch of, not first launch, every launch of the Android Studio. Also, the AVD is much faster compared to Windows. This is much faster. Okay, and it's good. I like it. Much faster than Windows. Okay, so AVD is also working. Everything is working. Also, it is working through VS Code. Where is AVD? Okay. So everything is working. You can compile your config files, NixOS config files. And you will see. Okay, so if there is any problem, you can ask for help in the comments. Hopefully it won't be the case, so we can close it. This is the setup. Okay, we added these extra things to run Android Studio on through VS Code to virtual devices. Okay, yeah, that's it. Also, one more important thing. Instead of making all the configuration here, writing all the configuration, and this makes the configuration.nix file dirty, like it's extra complicated to read and extra code. So you can do this. What I have modules folder here. I made a file called android.dev.nix, so I have put them here, and you can delete this. Also, you need to import this file here. Okay, modules android.dev.nix. So you are importing the file, and then you can delete all this. Okay, yeah, then all the configuration here, so it is same, and it is cleaner configuration.nix file. Okay, you can do this as well, and I suggest you to do it. Yeah, it is the same configuration here, but don't forget this headers or other Nix language properties. Okay, specifications, we could say. So this is the cleaner way to make the configuration. So if there is any problem, you can ask for help in the comments, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.